Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you're having a great day. We will keep this one short for you today, but wasn't that interesting? Stock markets closed the day up higher. So we had an exact back and forth week. Of course, the markets were closed on Monday. Hey, before we get to that, if you have a moment, check out on our website. We've got a class coming up June 9th about budgeting. If you're serious about budgeting and you want to know the specifics about all of the major things in your life, how much to put on buy for a house, or how much to spend on a house, how much to budget, how much to spend on a car if you're going to finance it, exactly how to finance it. We're going to be having that class next weekend. It'll be, I would say, relatively short, probably a little bit longer than most, but we're going to cover all of those for you, of course, in great detail. Also, check out the other events on our website. Just click events up at the top on the menu. And also, after tonight, always the portfolios get updated with their performance. For our customers, of course, you have a video coming out here shortly that will go over each portfolio and tell you exactly how the week went. A couple little interesting tips in there, by the way, so be on the lookout for that email if you're one of our customers. Okay, so today in the stock market, the thumbnail was sort of exactly what I want to say. This week was proof that focusing too closely on the news will cause you to make decisions you probably shouldn't make. I'm going to go over to the charts real quick because this is a really fun one to illustrate here, even if you're not very familiar with charts. Let's walk over to the S&P 500. I'm going to zoom in. Every single blip you see on the screen represents a day. Go back 4 blips, and that would be Monday. So Monday, big down day. Red means down. Green, big up day. So that's Tuesday. Wednesday, back down again. Tuesday, we were down. Wednesday, positive. Thursday, back down again. Today, back up again. So exactly back and forth throughout the week, finishing a little bit positive, actually. Isn't that crazy? All because one day news was this. The next day news was okay. The next day, oh boy, concerned again. Today, oh, we're going to meet with North Korea. Everything's going to be great. Don't worry. It's going to be a great time. Oh, and by the way, the jobs numbers were great. So everybody's happy again. Isn't that interesting? Today, the Dow was higher by 219. That is on your screen here. The Dow needs to shape up a little bit. The Dow's lagging behind, in my opinion. There are some good, there's some bad, and there's some really ugly in the Dow, General Electric being one of them. So the Dow's got a lot of work to do, in my opinion. The S&P closed the day higher by 29. I think what you're going to see here, all the technical traders, we told you before about that little pinch, or whatever you want to call it, sparking the most recent move. Now everyone's looking at these highs. The next big move in the market, if it is going to be to the upside, will be once we break above these highs. So I'll just adjust this line. We'll talk about it every day until it happens, because I like for you guys to know what everybody's focused on. This right here is what everybody's focused on. If we trade above that high, which it looks like we're going to do, that will be the next move that kicks off sort of a nice push, a bullish push in the market. All the technical traders will be looking to take advantage of that. My seat is slowly falling. What? Cannot get a good chair around here? So that's the S&P 500. The Nasdaq 100, way ahead of schedule. That is one of your stronger sectors. It goes like this. The Russell 2000 is your leader. The Nasdaq 100 is right behind that. The S&P 500, and then the Dow is your laggard out of all the indices at the moment. So if you have index funds and you happen to be invested in the Dow, you're lagging behind. That's why you don't buy just one index fund or rely on that. Happy to help you, jazzwealth.com. So let's talk about the jobs numbers today. The focus was really on the strong jobs numbers. They came in. This is another thing about news. Earlier in the week, oh my God, tightening labor market. What are we going to do? The world's starting to tighten up a little bit. The Fed's going to be in trouble. They can't raise rates as fast. Today we get jobs numbers came out at 223,000 for the month of May. Everyone was expecting 188,000. That's, of course, better than what everyone was expecting. Average hourly earnings were up about 1/3%, but to be fair, go look at the average hourly earnings since 2012. We're just hovering right there near the highs. We haven't done anything impressive. The financial media tried to make a big deal out of that, but if you look back on the chart, you see it's really not that impressive. Unemployment rate ticked down to 3.8%. So do you know 4 out of 10 people, about basically, that can't find a job? I mean, less than that. Why did I say 4 out of 10 people? Less than that. 4 out of 100 people essentially can't find a job. I know more people than that don't have a job and can't find one. So if you ever look into the unemployment rate, that is not an accurate number. Somebody's being a little misleading there. But I like to keep things positive. So we're going to go back over to the charts. Let's talk about financials, because that sort of led the way today with a 1%. Well, it didn't lead the way. That was a supporter today. Financials were higher by 1% because interest rates got a bump on that jobs report. Interest rates started moving higher because positive jobs means the Fed can start raising rates or continue on the path that they want to go. And so because of that, the banks ought to start doing well. So that's the trickle down there. Rates go higher. If the jobs, the overall economy gets stronger, the Fed feels like they can raise rates at the same pace or faster than what they're doing, which means banks will start making more money, which means the financial sector starts going higher. So a little bit of layering there, but you guys are smart, you get it. So Goldman Sachs, where'd that finish actually? Goldman Sachs finished the day up only 1%. That one's been lagging behind there. I think that'll play catch up. That'll be just fine. And JP Morgan added 1%. You had Morgan Stanley up 2%. That was one of your better performers. And Bank of America also up 1%. That was okay. So financials did well. The real excitement, tech. Tech, and in particular semiconductors. That was your real strong move today. Of course, that's why the Nasdaq outperformed. That's a heavy tech sector there. Besides Tripadvisor had a large option buyer. Someone bought a boat ton of calls on Tripadvisor, and so that caused a lot of investors to come flying towards that. I'm not sure if there was any news that came out after that or anything, but besides that one, your semiconductor stocks, Xilinx, you see it on the screen there. Xilinx, great day. Intel, great day. AMD, great day. What up? MicroChip, great day. All these semiconductor stocks really help support and hold the markets where they were for the day today. So really, really good there. Really, really good. That's what I chose to say. Very good day for semiconductors, and they continue to be one of those sectors that outperform. Let's go over to oil. I got a very interesting story here on oil. So all day, almost all day, the price of oil held at 66. We've been talking about this uptrend here, how no one's really going to do anything major until we break through that. If that happens, okay, now we move lower. And so oil sat there almost all day, right at 66. And then as the weekend came along, people go, well, looks like we're going to break. I'm just going to get out of my position now. People started selling, and we broke below that line. That could mean more weakness for the price of oil. I would welcome it in the short term, actually. I think a discount on oil here in the midst of this bigger uptrend that you see would be welcome. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Other news, Twitter was higher today. I actually finished up 5.5% today, got an upgrade. The analyst said we had a price target of 40. They upped their price target to 43. They give it a buy rating, so I don't understand that, but they're doing that. So Google also higher by 3%. They blamed something on Wikipedia. It was a really boring story. I didn't read all of it. Ulta Salons, or Ulta Beauty they call it now. This is that store sells makeup and whatnot. They reported earnings. The stock was initially much lower on earnings. We reported that yesterday in our live class here. But they said, hey, listen, we're going to open up 100 new stores. We're going to remodel 15 of those stores. Earnings was, it's what it is. So the stock was only down 0.5%. Not so bad there. That is about all that I have to share with you. The price of gold suffered a little bit today. We talked about it not being able to get above the 200-day moving average. With the stronger dollar today, of course, that is going to hold back the price of gold. Did I do it? Did I answer all your questions? I hope so. Again, if you're one of our customers, you will be getting our email with our portfolio updates going out here in about, hopefully, 45 minutes. So be on the lookout for that. Give you something to watch over the weekend. And let's see if is that a question? How do you think is going to affect the market, this trade tariff imposed by the president? Well, you can kind of see how people respond. It's kind of one of those things, at least in the short term, people feel like there's a lot of posturing, positioning, negotiating going on. And although some of this is becoming active and actual money needs to change hands, nobody's really taking it that seriously here. In the meantime, once it starts to become more of a headline, could be some more volatility, but I would welcome that. I'm the one sitting back like, come on, if the market would just fall, commit to falling. I know a lot of you wouldn't like that, but I would like the opportunity to buy cheaper. So I've been saying that now for a couple years. We'll see what happens. Yeah, good roller coaster ride today. Speaking of roller coasters, I'm not riding a roller coaster this weekend. I'm going to be cleaning the house. The missus said that's all she wants for her birthday. Her birthday is tomorrow, so I will be cleaning the house. You can tell I'm stalling because I don't want to go home and clean the house. Anyways, have a great weekend, guys. We will talk to you on Monday.
Take it, Satch.